Hello, Packer fans. Welcome to Packers Talk with Green by special guest Ron Smith. Thank you, Ron. We're going to talk about, well, we didn't have a game last week, but we found out who we're going to play in a divisional playoff game Sunday. Sunday game at 11:30. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to come to Lambeau Field, and they're going to give us a test, Ron, but not much of one, with their talent. With the third year in a row MVP, co-MVP, I should really be more specific, third year in a row co-MVP Brett Favre and Coach Holmgren and Reggie White and Gilbert Brown will be back in the whole spiel. So what do you want to talk about first? We don't have no talk board because I usually have a talk board here because with the stats and stuff, we didn't have a game last week. We just rested and stuff. So what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about what do we have to do to win, or what the Buccaneers might offer us to defeat us at Lambeau, or what?
Well, I'm just happy we're going to the playoffs. It's exciting. I guess I would have liked to play the Giants.
That would have been something different.
Something different. But the talent Green Bay has, I don't believe there's going to be trouble there at all.
No.
I really don't. Home field advantage. Gilbert's back.
The Great River's back. The weather will be on our side a little bit. The weather, Tampa Bay Buccaneers have really, I don't think they've won a game when it's below 40 or something like that.
Right.
And Brett Favre has won every game. He's undefeated with weather below 30 degrees or something. So we got both sides of that spectrum covered. And we got the talent on both sides of the ball. Don't we have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball and leadership, Ron?
Well, yes, we do. Our defense is playing where we were last year, a little bit better, I believe.
Maybe a little bit better.
A little bit better, and the offense has just been clicking. Our wide receivers, Brooks is back on it. My favorite receiver is Antonio.
He's catching everything now, isn't he?
Man.
He's catching everything, pretty much everything right now.
Every year, them few drop passes he had, they all make a few mistakes.
Yeah.
But he catches so many passes. He takes some big hits.
Oh.
You see them hits he takes?
Mr. Robert Brooks and Mr. Antonio. They take
both of them.
They take some. I think Robert takes more hard hits, it seems to me, than Antonio does. But they bounce back, and it's okay. Give me your best shot, and we're gonna beat you again.
Right. And I lived in Green Bay, so in a lot of the grocery stores by my house, I run into these players, and they ain't that big. Some of them. Brooks, I was standing behind him in Century Grocery Store. He's smaller than me. And they take them big hits. It's hard to figure out how they do it.
Yeah.
Conditioning and...
Yeah, and weight training, conditioning, and their diets and whatnot. So, but we sure have a great... a run stopper will be back this week.
Yeah.
The Grave Digger's been off for 4 weeks with an ankle, a little bit of a dinged-up ankle here and there. But coach has rested him out for pretty much 3 weeks or so, and he'll be ready. He's really a... all start and done, forget it. You ain't going to be running against the Gravedigger team. Just forget it, right? They're not going to be running against us.
No.
No. Well, remember, in the first game we played them at Lambeau, they ran for 215 yards, but then we played them down in Tampa Bay 3 or 4 weeks ago. We shut them down to 60-some yards rushing. That's basically what's going to happen this Sunday. They're not going to run a ball on us.
I don't agree. I don't think they will.
Our pass coverage is, how about our pass coverage is pretty good, isn't it? Of course, that depends on the upfront pressure. And with the linebacker blitzes, Fritz throws in there.
Right.
The different stunts and put pressure on Guildford. He's going to be running ragged this week, but these guys are doing well with Eugene Robinson, Tyrell Williams, and these guys.
And I believe they'll do some changing since we played them twice already. Don't you agree that Fritz will
he'll throw a couple of wrinkles in there.
Right.
And it's really, and they won't know. I would hate to be an offensive coordinator trying to figure out Fritz.
Right.
Especially with the talent he has to work with and everything else. It's amazing.
Right.
It's with the stunts and the blitzes from all different sides of the ball. I mean, from center to outside and different people. They really can mix it up pretty good.
Personally, I wanted to play a division team. I just know we had good luck with them over the years, especially in our house, but the professionals and the other people wanted to play the Giants because we didn't play them yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in a while.
I look forward to playing Tampa Bay. Minnesota, Detroit. The Packers just play excellent in their own home.
Oh, they really are good at home, aren't they?
3 road games we just won in a row.
Yeah, let's give 3 very important road games at the, well, not the end of the season, but before the Buffalo game. But no, do you go to many Lambeau Field games?
No, I don't go to many. I enjoy watching them on my big screen
with the replays and whatnots and stuff.
I got a lot of friends. I haven't gone for a long time.
Yes, it's fun.
Even though I grew up there, I go and park cars at a friend's house a few blocks away. Get to see all the fans, and the blimp flies right over my house.
Okay, yeah.
And but I haven't been to a game for a while. I like warm weather games. Not that that's important to a Packer fan, but I haven't gone in about 5 years. I haven't been there.
With Brett Favre, we stated prior to beginning of the show about the MVP thing. He sure has really become the best athlete in the National Football League, hasn't he, Ron?
Well, I agree. A lot of people were saying that Barry was going to get it, and I didn't know. 2,000 yards rushing.
Very good, very good.
Third one, and it's the third one in the NFL to do it. But if you're going to build a team, if you're going to take 15, 13 players and build the best team, who's going to be your first pick?
Mr. Brett Favre.
In my eyes, and a lot of people I talk to.
So, but that's quite an accomplishment. Not even the great Johnny Unitas or the great Bart Starr or any the great Joe Montana or any of these other great players in the National Football League history have ever done. Let alone three in a row. Let alone three in a row.
Right.
Like Brett has done. And he's got a great surrounding cast, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Dorsey Levin. How about Dorsey Levin? We can't say enough about him.
Oh, it's just been fun.
It's
the
been
running
fun.
game's back. You know, I don't know where Edgar's going to fit in, because I like Edgar too.
I know. You know, I know. We'll probably have to. We'll wait until the season's over. But more likely, he's going to have to take up a pay cut
Well, it's the
and
same.
settle the second string, maybe.
It's like John Michaels. We
Yeah.
all like John Michaels,
Yeah.
but look at Ross Verba.
Yeah. How about Ross Verba? How about that number 78 over there on that side?
Oh man, you know, I thought he was going to be another
Mandridge.
Mandridge
With
when
the
he
holdout
came
thing?
in with the mouth and the holdout thing, but he backed everything up. He came in, backed it up.
He sure took care of Mr. Smith a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
Smith. Well, Ross Verba, I think Coach Mike and Ron Wolf and Bob Harlan, all these guys that do the drafting and pick these players out, they have a diamond in the rough. This guy is a perfect match for the offensive line. He fits in there so well. He's got the tenacity, the bulldogishness, and he will really. I think he's going to be all pro before too long. Maybe he'll make all rookie team or something like that.
Right.
You know, I don't know, but he sure is a good. He makes a difference.
Well, I agree with the staff, Holmgren and Wolf. When they first came to town, the only player left on the team is Edgar Bennett.
Yes.
From when they came, and we were kind of sad when they were getting rid of these players.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 all these players. Now there's only one left, but look at the team they built. Every year when it comes to losing somebody, I say, if Wolf and Holmgren thinks that's how it should be, I agree.
Yeah, we can't complain about Mr. Ron Wolf and Mr. Mike, Coach Mike Holmgren and Pritchard. And we really can't argue with back-to-back 13-3 seasons, Super Bowl MVPs, Pro Bowlers on both sides of the ball. So we have a pretty good thing going. And us fans, armchair quarterback fans as we are, we really can't say much about what they're doing up there. We just pretty much go with the flow, and they're going to take us in the right direction.
Oh, it's been fun.
Isn't it?
Agree? Oh,
Really fun.
So fun.
Now, Reggie, no, we don't know. He signed for 5 years. That's
Right.
just a statement saying, okay, nobody else is going to get him. Minnesota's not going to get him. Dallas, and nobody's going to get him. So, now, after we win the Super Bowl in San Diego, I think it's 3 weeks from Sunday, the 25th of January. Now, do you think, like him and Eugene and the Don Beebe, some of these guys that get to, there'll probably be some retirement guys. Maybe it depends on how Eugene feels, I guess. It depends on how they feel.
I guess Reggie won't surprise me.
Yeah.
Leaving.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting older.
His back thing.
He did his share. You know,
Yeah.
he still leads in sacks, doesn't he?
Yes.
And Eugene, I'm not sure, man. The people loved him.
Yes, he's doing well. He still can play.
My son-in-law just waited 5 hours in line for his autograph. He's such a fan person.
Isn't he?
You know, the time was over at 10 o'clock, but he stayed till 11 because all these kids were waiting in line.
Very nice.
You know?
And Don Beebe will probably retire. You know, some of these
But
people...
look what Don did. You know,
Yes.
Don's getting older. He's been in 5 Super Bowls, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing a lot this year, Don, but what a backup.
Yeah. Speaking of Don Beebe, and his basically role as probably the fourth receiver and some special teams with the punting. Now, our special team has somewhat been out of sorts with Coach Mike and Mr. Schrader and stuff. Now, last week, or when we played Buffalo, that was the first touchdown by special teams all year. Last year we had 5 with the great Desmond Howard. That comes with blocking, but we only had 1 special teams touchdown. That was last week. So, what is your opinion on Robert and Antonio back there with them punts and stuff? Myself personally, no. No. But anyway, what do you think about
I guess I didn't dwell on it very long. You know, then again, I'd leave it to the coaches.
Right.
They play it. You know, they're excellent hands, people. Desmond Howard, everybody was so sad when he left. You know, look at the excitement he brought last year.
That's nice.
You know, in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, it was unbelievable. But then he left this year. Where do you know,
Yeah.
he got hurt. Everybody said he's going to do it somewhere else. I said, I believe it's a special teams. He's running in front of them.
Yeah.
I said that's a lot to do with the Packers.
Blocking and stuff.
As for them guys returning punts, I'll leave it to the coaches. You know, I hate to see one of them get hurt.
Yeah, I know.
I'd
that's
rather
the thing.
leave it to Schrader.
Schrader or Mr. Sharper.
Sharper.
Or Don Beebe. I don't
Don Beebe.
A couple of these other guys. But yeah, you're going to leave it up to the coaches. I'm quite sure Coach Mike and these guys will make the right decision. And we have faith in them, don't we?
I truly do.
Yes. Okay, now our linebackers now. They're a pretty good core.
Yeah, they
Now,
are.
of course, we lost Mr. Simmons with maybe his attitude thing. He traded him to Kansas City and stuff. I guess he's doing okay down there. I really don't know exactly. I haven't been following him that much. But we got a pretty good Seth Joyner now getting into the mix of things, and Williams and George is back.
George is back.
So we got a pretty good core linebackers right now. They're fast and quick. That's why Tampa Bay, you're not going to run outside. We got the speed to cut you off. So forget about it, and you're not going to run inside. Forget about it. With the pass, we got some fast linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to run up the middle against the Gravedigger. So we're going to shut the run down. We're going to put pressure on Mr. Trent Guildford. He's a pro. Mr. Trent Guildford's going to the Pro Bowl. Well, anyway, that's another thing. How about that?
What's your opinion?
Yeah, they got 7, we got 6. That's kind of a shady kind of a deal, but
Trent Guildford, I don't know, you know.
He's
He
not-
had a
he's
good year, but I don't think he was a Pro Bowler, you know. I hate to put the man down, you know. It's
but-
not me back there playing. I think the Packers should have had more, though. All the names that didn't make it on the team.
No linebacker no linebacker and or offensive line. No Doug Evans.
No Doug Edmonds.
You know, or
And look at our offensive line.
yeah, or you know, as a tandem, Robert and Antonio are probably the best tandem. I don't know, maybe Reed and Carter are pretty close, but as a tandem, Robert and Antonio are probably pretty close to the top or the best, and not one of those guys made it either.
Yeah, I can't understand.
You know, so I don't know, but the bottom line is, I guess we don't worry about that sort of thing. Our main concern is
A win.
San Diego.
San Diego.
That'll take care of all the rhetoric and all the hype about the Pro Bowls and stuff like that. Winning the San Diego is the most important thing. And Coach Mike won't win Coach of the Year. I don't know when he will. Maybe someday Coach will win Coach of the Year. He sure is doing a real good job trying to earn it. He sure has.
I don't know how he didn't.
I don't know either.
You know,
but
it's a heck of a
maybe
coach.
someday Coach will get it. You know, that's another thing that's an accolade that Coach would like to have, but he's really more concerned about winning in the San Diego thing and stuff. What else would you like to?
Who do you worry about in the future? Minnesota, don't worry me. Tampa Bay, we're going to win there. I think San Francisco's going to lose their first game at home, and we're going to have home field advantage. That's what I wish.
That would be nice.
Because look at that last game San Francisco played.
Okay, let's talk about, they went into Seattle, they did play a lot of second, third stringers, which is pretty much par for the course. They had the home field thing all sort of and stuff. That's basically what we probably would have done anyway, but getting lambasted like they did with their second string, third string, and the starters played for a while, 38-9 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
So-
forget it was what Jerry Rice is going now.
Yeah. No, how about that? Wasn't that somewhat of a... well, we don't know Jerry Rice's body, and Jerry Rice is probably the best receiver of all time.
And they say he's got the best work ethics
But
of all receivers. There's nobody that trains and works harder. Who's to know that was going to happen?
yeah,
He hurt a knee that wasn't even the same injury, right, or something? An ankle, he fell down and
he cracked his kneecap on there.
cracked his kneecap.
So yeah, he's done. But no, I really, with the talent, like we stayed on this, with the talent we have on this team on both sides of the ball, from Eugene and Leroy and to Big Earl Dotson and Rossi Verba and Brett Favre and Dorsey Evans and Chewy and the whole spiel and on both sides of the ball, the talent, leadership, coaching staff they have a great game plan. Mike has a great game plan, although that 15-play script thing. Great game plan. We're healthy. We're home. We're peaking. We won 5 in a row. We won the last 3 in a row thing. So I'll tell you, there's no reason or rhyme why the Packers cannot go out Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, 11:30, and beat these guys up pretty good.
I agree. I think they'll have no trouble there, and I don't think they'll have much trouble up the road a little bit.
You know.
I think they're better than last year.
Yeah, they really are. Remember in the first part
Minus
of the season,
Desmond on the special teams.
in the first part of the season, no, we had trouble. We had ugly wins, the so-called ugly wins. Well, the ugly win is better than a pretty loss,
Right.
I guess.
You only need one
well,
point.
Yeah, we won by 1 point. So we had trouble with this, and they were dropping balls, and Brett Favre was having trouble. And so he had a little rough start, maybe 7, 8 games in the season, but then we got on a roll. Now we're winning. We're running the ball very well. We're stopping the run. We're running the ball very well. We're stopping the run. Our defensive backs are batting balls down. They're getting turnovers. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're blitzing. They're shaking up the offensive line. So we are really doing a pretty good job
Yeah, we are.
overall. And there's
Overall.
really no reason why we can't go to the Super Bowl in San Diego '98.
Well, San Francisco, I wouldn't mind going there just for the fun of it. When
And
we
beat them
get
out
there
there. Well, we did
and
that a
beat
couple
them.
years ago,
We
remember?
beat them a couple of years ago, then they came here.
We beat them twice last year.
And who would it be after that? Who would be the Super Bowl? Kansas City?
Kansas City, that one redone thing, maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
The Raiders, I don't think they're that
Well,
well.
the Raiders are
Denver?
Denver.
I mean,
No,
Pittsburgh. They're still in it, right?
But they lost last week. They lost their last game of the season.
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, they maybe thought, well, a couple players didn't play there again. Two Bettis didn't play and stuff, so.
Denver looked good yesterday.
Yeah, they looked good yesterday.
And who else played? Who won?
Well, the Giants beat Minnesota. I mean, Giants lost to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay beat Detroit, and New England beat Miami.
Right.
So, I mean, there's nothing. Even the people that won yesterday don't really scare me.
It's all teams we beat in the past.
Yeah.
When we were playing what we're playing now.
Yeah.
You never know what team's going to show up.
Right.
You know, and that's gotten better over the years with the Packers. Remember
Exactly.
3-4 years ago, we were concerned about, you never know when
Yes.
they're not going to have a good day. But
Right.
that's kind of the consistency that's kind of stuck with the Packers. And that's what I think we were lacking over the last 5 years. Consistency. You know, you never know when we went to Minnesota to them games and some of the Detroit game and that. You know, you would never show who was going to show up.
Right.
But the Packers been consistent. The final part of last year, and now look at us roll again this year.
Yep. No, like I just you really can't say enough about how good we really are. Now that repeat thing, now coach wants it. You know, of course, he quit his shows. You know, they're not talking about. They're not. I don't think Green Bay is a ration cocky team. I think they're down to earth. They're focused, tunnel vision, and focused, down to earth, and they are very into this game.
Did you see the religion involved in the locker room lately on the news? I didn't realize there was that much, and I'm not a fully religious person. I go to church. I make sure I make it to Christmas, and I do my part the best I can. But look at what it's getting them. Reggie White coming in, and
He sure made a difference, didn't he?
sure made a difference.
You know, and Brett Favre, of course.
It's team unity in that locker room.
Oh, they all get together really well. They go out together, they hang out together, they practice together, they go out and have a few beers and a sandwich together. They take the wives out together, and they, you know, I imagine they stop at the coach's house together, three or four, but stop over there once in a while. And they get along with the coaching staff, they get along with each other.
I believe that's
the
a big
media
part.
and everything.
Yeah. Team unity in the locker room.
Yes.
On and off the field.
Right. All together.
They know where everybody stands. They all like each other.
Yep.
If one player don't play, they ain't mad about the other one.
That's right.
You know, and that's what makes.
And
that's where we were last year.
That's right.
Everybody was getting along in the locker room.
So you have to have that camaraderie on the team, on and off the in and out of the locker room. But we're so talented, so balanced, so talented, Ron. We're healthiest. I think we're the healthiest as we've been in recent weeks. We're so blessed with so much talent up there on both sides of the ball.
Look at our receivers.
For this team that we have, it's so balanced. Sometimes Brett Favre has a shaky start, and they don't run the ball effectively. You know, sometimes they only get up. You know, they don't score a lot of points. But then again, the defense and Reggie and company, okay. Brett and company, and Tony, you're only going to score 16 or 13 points a game. Okay, we're going to shut you guys down to 6 or 7 or 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they take responsibility of helping each other out. The defense wants to get the turnovers and put the team in great field position. Special team wants to get the offense in great field position. And the offense wants to use long minute drives, a lot of plays, long drives, and score to give Reggie guys a rest. So they're really working together pretty good on both sides of the ball like that.
Well, we're lucky with second stringers. We can have people, Gabe Wilkins, come in and play the way
Darius
he does.
Holland and guys,
Darius Hollins. There's a lot of people that ain't mentioned. Look at Richard Pryor, how long he's been with the Packers.
Mike Pryor, yeah.
Mike Pryor.
Yeah, nice interception a couple weeks ago.
And he's always there in special teams.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of special teams, Mr. Travis Jerby. Now, that's out of the blue, so to speak, ain't it? Travis Jerby on the special teams of the Pro Bowl thing.
Right. But he's the first one down there every time.
He's got his head. He's got his head down there. He's fast. He's down there making contact.
If he ain't down there, there's 4 guys holding him down.
Him and Lamont Hollenquist are very good at that job. I think them two probably are the best 2 special teams that we have.
Will they keep him for that though?
And Darren Sharper, pardon me?
Will the Packers keep him just for special teams? He might want to move on.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to worry about that after San Diego.
Right, that's true. But as it come to a full football team right now, we're just packed, eh?
We're packed. we're loaded for bears, so to speak. Chicago and all, right, Bob?
Oh, my wife's from Chicago. Been married 10 years now, and she's
sort of a Bear fan or no?
True Packer fan now.
Okay.
We got married 10 years ago, and she was a true Bear fan, and her parents still are. And the kids, I got 2 stepchildren, and they didn't want nothing to do with the Packers. 10 years later, they all wear Packer stuff. They love the Packers. They have nothing to do with the Bears.
Well, as long as they stay here now. The so-called bandwagon fans and whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Just stay here now. I mean, if sometime the Packers are not going to be, they're not going to win 10 Super Bowls in a row. They're not always going to win a division. They're not going to win divisions 10 years in a row and all that kind of stuff. So when they do falter, you stay.
That's right.
You do stay. Now, someday the Packers probably will be 3-13. Hopefully it'll be a long time coming, but if you're going to be a 13-3 Packer fan, you can be a 3-13 Packer fan, or vice versa, I should say.
I just came from Chicago for vacation over the Christmas, and her father is just such a Bear fan. He wouldn't give me an inch. Wouldn't give me an inch, just arguing. I said, look at all the stuff we took and all the losing years. It's your turn. You know, it's our turn to have the best team in the NFL, and we do. And it's fun. And the wife, the reason she's such a Packer fan is the true fans in Green Bay. It's like no other place.
Isn't it, though?
The fans are unbelievable.
Speaking about that, how about the fans on the road, the so-called the great Packer fans on the road in these other stadiums? Isn't that nice?
Look at the last Tampa Bay game.
Isn't that nice?
They said they had 2 tailgate parties in Tampa Bay. One was
10,000 or something?
all Green Bay fans from Green Bay, and the other was the Green Bay fans that lived in Tampa Bay. Filled the whole both parking lots.
Yeah. So we really do have we are the best fans. We are the best fans in the world.
Remember how mad Guildford got that last game?
Oh, he was kind of on a sad note, didn't he?
Too many fans cheering for Green Bay.
So wait till he comes up to Sun. Wait till he come up to Lambeau Field Sunday, Mr. Tripp Guildford.
Oh.
You're going to see a lot of these crazy fanatics up here. But we have a few minutes left, Justin. How many got, Justin? Just give me a sign. 5 minutes, okay. So we're gonna say hi to some folks out there. We're gonna pick a score, and we'll see what happens. So you want to say hi to anybody first? Or you want to pick the score first?
I'd like to say hi to my wife Dawn and my son Nick and my stepchildren and my sister Julie and my brother-in-law Mike.
And say some. You probably your folks, your relation in Chicago, right? You say hi to them because you'll probably see the tape anyway. So.
Okay, Chuck and Kate, I'll make sure I bring this up there and you will see it.
Okay. Okay, I just want to say Zeke and Mike Fenton, and I hope the coffee's not too hot out there. Say hi to Bruce Miller and Royal and Will Schmidt and HB and Bounce and all these guys I hang out with. My cribbage partner, Royal, I'm going to get you someday. But anyway, what do you think the score is going to be? What? Okay, first of all, the Packers, you know, Ron, don't have to do a lot of trickery. Okay, our basic front on both sides of the ball is going to take care of this game. We don't have to do a lot of reverses and all that. That's just an extra wrinkle. Right. If we can catch something on it, fine. If not, Coach Mike ain't going to worry about it because we're just going to be basically pushing back this way and pushing back this way. So what do you think the score is going to be this week?
I think it's going to be 31-17.
You're going to give him. You're going to give Trent Guildford 17 points.
I'm going to give him 17 points.
I don't know where you're going to give him.
Well, I'm going to just be
nice.
Be fair and nice.
You're going to be nice.
Because they didn't get to where they were. You know, I give them credit.
They got some.
Any team that can win in the NFL.
Yes.
In Tampa Bay, it's their turn.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Speaking of, how about the new uniforms? You think is that the so-called what do you call it? What's the word I want to use? The so-called what's that? The karma that helping them win that new uniform change.
I don't like it.
Tony Dungy's a great coach, and
right.
he's a defensive-minded coach and stuff. But what do you think about the new uniforms the Buccaneers are?
I like old ways and old traditions. You know, I would hate to see the Packers ever change and some of the other new changed uniforms. I like the old ones. That's my opinion.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, this is
change is nice too, but
yeah. And plus, we're building a new stadium right next door.
Yep.
I don't know what that's going to be called or whatever, but that's another stadium. Just you can see it on TV. That said there was a new stadium being built up. They'll be there next year, I think. I'm not quite sure, but speaking of a new stadium and. In addition to, how about the rumor of Green Bay is going to be building some new seats, adding more seats and maybe skyboxes
and bathrooms.
And bathrooms to accommodate what 70,000 approximately.
I put my son on a season ticket list when he was 1 year old. He's 8 now. They said he should have a season tickets when he's 18.
Oh, right.
That must be moving it up all the while, though.
Yeah. Now the weather. I don't know if we brought this up. The weather. The Tampa Bay has never won a game when it's 40 degrees or below, and Brett Favre's undefeated when it's 40 or 30 degrees. But that doesn't really matter, Ron, because we are such a talented team, healthy, great coaching staff with Fritz and Tom Labatt, the line. He's doing a great job. Tom Labatt's doing a great job with the offensive line. And Nolan Cromwell's, they're all doing a really good, so it doesn't really matter. If it was 80 above, we'd still beat them.
I'd rather see 35 with no snow.
Yeah.
Make it fair for there's no complaints.
Yeah, because we'll pound them anyway.
Snowstorm, 10 below.
No, that's not. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. Just because of what you said, we got such a full team.
Yeah, I'm picking a score of 35-10.
Yeah, you're giving them 10.
I'm going to give them 10 points. I don't know where they're going to get 10 points. I don't know. Maybe a bad, lucky bounce one way or the other or something. But our defense is playing so strong. Our offense is just so dominating. Special team. Maybe we think we'll get okay, like I mentioned before. Now, we only had one special teams touchdown thing all year. So now maybe you think we'll get another. Maybe we'll get one or something this week.
They always excite us, don't they?
You know,
it's so much fun.
It is exciting.
And one surprised me.
Yeah, just get another special teams thing.
I love defensive points. Defensive points and special teams.
Speaking of defensive touchdowns, how about Mr. Darren Sharper? He is doing a very good job of picking up the loose balls and intercepting them and running in for scores. He's got 3 of them.
I think they're all pulling together now. This time of year, they're all pulling together. Sharper, he's doing his job.
And Tyrone Williams is doing pretty good over there in that corner.
Yep.
You know, he was sort of putting the bat in the fire, so to speak, when Craig Newsom went down in the right start of the season. He's doing a real good job over there.
Yes,
but they all pick each other up. They all help each other out.
I think it's that camaraderie in the locker room back again. They all get along so good.
They no, Tyrone's young over there, and Darren Sharper young and stuff. But you put pressure on the quarterback, and the linebackers is doing a lot of stuff too. You're not. Tripp Guildford is going to have his hands full trying to find an open space in the zone or wherever he wants to try to throw that ball. I don't know. They'll probably maybe if they go man on man, our corners will take care of them. Now their receivers are Calvin Williams and the rookie, what's his name? So their receivers don't really scare me, you know, because Doug Evans he's been on the Irvings, he's been on the Moores, he's been on the Carters and the Reeds, and all year long. So he's really good over there. And Tyrone Williams is doing He's doing a very good job too. So I'm not afraid. One thing about going one-on-one corners, Ron, that leaves Rich a lot more room for a lot of other stuff he wants to do.
Work Leroy in.
And Eugene and Seth Joyner.
Seth Joyner.
Okay, we got a couple minutes yet. Justin says, okay. So, did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, I did.
No, what did you get from Santa Claus?
What did I got? I got a fish tank.
Fish tank?
Yeah, 73-gallon fish tank.
What kind of fish do you...
Well, I spent so much on the fish tank, Santa did,
that... you didn't know no fish for it. No fish for the fish
I got a few fish, cheaper ones, but in the future I'll put some more in.
What kind of fish? My daughter has
I got a couple Oscars now.
Oscars? Them are meat eaters.
Yeah, they are.
Carnivores of some sort, aren't they?
But I've been feeding them pellets and stuff before they don't get used to this. Well, when they grow real big.
Okay.
So I'm keeping them on hard food for now. And then if you're rich, because they're only about that big, smaller ones.
Okay, what else did Santa bring in?
And he brought me some socks and underwear.
For work and stuff?
And, you know, you got to have that.
That's what I got. Well, you know what? By chance, I got a couple of Packers shirts. Ain't that a surprise? Oh, doggone. I really wasn't looking forward to them at all. I got a couple. I got some work clothes, and I got a pack of keychains, some Packer shirts and stuff. And so we had a really good Christmas Eve. We probably celebrated Christmas Eve and stuff. So I hope everybody out there had a good Christmas. I hope everybody had a safe and healthy, and I hope everybody got what they wanted. I guess we have a rap, Justin says. So give me a Packers, Green Bay, 35-10, and
31-17.
31-17. We're on our way to San Francisco, maybe. So I guess we've got a wrap. So thanks for everybody for watching the show. Thanks to my sponsors and stuff. So we'll see ya. I guess we got a wrap.